What's up, Shiny Now crew? Get ready for a rapid-fire rundown of the news that matters. First up, we're talking about the absolute pinnacle of television achievement. Forget what you think you know about top-rated shows, because one specific episode has shattered all expectations and climbed to the very top of the IMDb charts, leaving legends like Game of Thrones and Dexter in the dust. Next, we're teleporting back to the sprawling world of Game of Thrones. HBO's Casey Bloys just dropped massive news confirming the release date for A Night of the Seven Kingdoms, a brand new prequel series that dives deep into the lore we all love. You're not going to believe when this highly anticipated show is set to premiere. But wait, the Westeros news doesn't stop there. Get ready to brace yourselves because HBO is also giving us a release window for the highly anticipated House of the Dragon, Season 3. Prepare for more Targaryen drama and dragonfire as we get closer to the return of this epic saga. And that's not all. We've got the full scoop on when you can expect these massive fantasy returns and what it means for the future of the Game of Thrones universe. Don't go anywhere. Make sure to smash that like button, subscribe to Shiny Now, and ring that notification bell so you never miss an update. The unrivaled king of TV, Breaking Bad's Ozymandias reigns supreme. Prepare to have your minds blown because the highest-rated TV episode of all time on IMDb isn't what you might expect. While titans like Game of Thrones and Dexter have graced our screens with unforgettable moments, one particular episode has officially claimed the crown, holding a perfect 10-10 score. This isn't just any episode. It's Breaking Bad's Ozymandias, the 14th installment of its gripping 5th season. For those who witnessed it, this episode is etched in memory as the gut-wrenching hour where DEA agent Hank Schrader met his tragic end at the hands of Jack Welker's crew, a pivotal moment that reshaped the entire narrative. The brilliance of Ozymandias was recognized with 3 prestigious Emmy Awards, including Outstanding Writing for its creator, Bryan Cranston for Outstanding Lead Actor, and Anna Gunn for Outstanding Supporting Actress, cementing its legendary status. Interestingly, this masterpiece was directed by the visionary Rian Johnson, a filmmaker renowned for his work on Looper, Star Wars, The Last Jedi, and the Knives Out series. Johnson's connection to Breaking Bad runs deeper, as he also helmed 2 other fan-favorite episodes, Fly from Season 3 and 51 from Season 5. For those unfamiliar with the series' premise, Breaking Bad chronicles the dramatic transformation of Walter White, a mild-mannered chemistry teacher diagnosed with cancer, into the ruthless drug kingpin Heisenberg, alongside his former student Jesse Pinkman. The show itself boasts an incredible 96% critic score and a 97% audience score on Rotten Tomatoes, alongside its top spot on IMDb's top 250 TV shows list. All 5 seasons are currently available on Netflix in the US and India, offering a complete journey into this critically acclaimed saga. This incredible achievement has sent shockwaves through the fandom, with fans on social media celebrating the enduring legacy of Breaking Bad and praising Rian Johnson's directorial genius. Analysts are pointing to Ozymandias as a benchmark for storytelling excellence in television, proving that a single episode can achieve cinematic perfection. But before we dive into the next epic saga, can you guess which beloved fantasy world is gearing up for a massive return? We're talking dragons, knights, and a whole lot of political intrigue. Westeros beckons. A Night of the Seven Kingdoms arrives early 2026. Get ready, Game of Thrones fans, because HBO boss Casey Bloys has officially confirmed that the highly anticipated prequel, A Night of the Seven Kingdoms, is set to premiere in early 2026. Originally slated for a 2025 release, this new series, based on George R.R. Martin's Tales of Dunk and Egg novellas, will now kick off the year, with Bloys specifically pointing to January 2026 as the target launch window. Set nearly a century before the events of Game of Thrones, the series will follow the adventures of Sir Duncan the Tall, portrayed by Peter Claffey, and his young squire, Egg, who is revealed to be the future King Aegon V. Targaryen, played by Dexter Saul Ansell. The first season is expected to adapt the events of the novella, The Hedge Knight, with the potential for future seasons to explore the other tales. The confirmation comes as a welcome update for fans eager to return to the rich lore of Westeros. While only brief snippets of footage have been released so far, the anticipation for a full trailer is mounting. This new prequel aims to capture the spirit of the original series while introducing a fresh cast of characters and exploring a different era of Targaryen history. The series promises to delve into the early days of Westerosi knighthood and the political landscape leading up to the events of Game of Thrones. Fans on social media are buzzing with excitement, speculating about the casting and the potential storylines. Many are hopeful that A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms will recapture the magic of the original series and introduce a new generation of viewers to the intricate world George R.R. Martin created. Industry insiders are closely watching this release, seeing it as a crucial step in HBO's strategy to expand its most successful franchises. But the Westeros excitement doesn't end there. Get ready for more dragons and more drama, as another major Game of Thrones-related series is also set to make its grand return soon. House of the Dragon soars into Season 3 mid-2026. Hold on to your dragon eggs, because HBO is firing up the engines for House of the Dragon, Season 3, with a confirmed release window of June 2026. HBO and HBO Max Chair and CEO Casey Bloys revealed the exciting news, indicating that the season will premiere just after the 2026 Emmy eligibility cutoff date of May 31st. This strategic timing suggests a summer launch, continuing the pattern seen in previous seasons. The upcoming season is expected to pick up immediately after the dramatic events of Season 2, plunging viewers back into the brutal Targaryen civil war, the Dance of the Dragons. While the exact plot details remain under wraps, fans can anticipate a season filled with political maneuvering, fiery battles, and the complex relationships that define the Targaryen dynasty. This announcement comes alongside news of the A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms prequel, confirming HBO's commitment to expanding the Game of Thrones universe. With production for Season 3 already underway, the wait, while still significant, is now punctuated by a concrete release timeframe. Fans are eagerly discussing the potential storylines, character developments, and the inevitable dragon clashes that await them. The series continues to be a flagship program for HBO, and Season 3 is expected to draw massive viewership, further solidifying its place as a dominant force in fantasy television. And speaking of epic returns, our next story brings us back to the absolute peak of television history, where one show's single episode achieved a level of perfection rarely seen. HBO's fantasy powerhouse, 2 Game of Thrones universe series lock in 2026 dates. HBO is doubling down on its fantasy empire, with top executive Casey Bloys confirming major release plans for 2 flagship series within the Game of Thrones universe. Prepare for a packed 2026 as A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms. The new prequel series is slated to debut in January, bringing the tales of Sir Duncan the Tall and his Squire Egg to life. Hot on its heels, House of the Dragon Season 3 is set to ignite our screens in June 2026, just outside the Emmy eligibility window. This strategic rollout ensures a consistent stream of high fantasy content for viewers throughout the year. Bloys's confirmations signal a robust future for the franchise, aiming to recapture the magic that made Game of Thrones a global phenomenon while exploring new eras and characters. Fans are already speculating about the interconnectedness of these series and how they will shape the future of the on-screen Thronesverse. The timing of the releases is particularly interesting, positioning A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms to bridge the gap between seasons of House of the Dragon and potentially set the stage for future storylines. The confirmation of these dates has generated significant buzz online, with social media platforms abuzz with discussions about casting, plot theories, and the overall direction of the franchise. Analysts predict these releases will be major viewership events for HBO, reinforcing its status as a leader in premium television production. And that brings us to the end of our news roundup. But don't go anywhere, because we've got a lightning-fast recap of all the biggest stories and your chance to join the Shiny Now community. All right, Shiny Now fam, let's do a quick recap. We revealed the undisputed champion of TV episodes with Breaking Bad's Ozymandias taking the crown. Then, we got the official word on the early 2026 premiere for the new Game of Thrones prequel, A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms. And brace yourselves, because House of the Dragon Season 3 is set to land in June 2026. That's a lot of epic content coming your way. Don't forget to hit that like button if you enjoyed this rundown. Subscribe to Shiny now for all your entertainment news, ring that notification bell so you never miss a video, and drop a comment below telling us which of these stories got you most hyped. And follow us on all our socials for even more behind-the-scenes action. See you next time.